Hey guys, what's up? It's Jaxie, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a sniffer slash torchflower seed farm. This is going to get you a load of sniffers just by breeding them here, and you can bring them out and move them around your Minecraft world if you would like, but it's going to get you a bunch of torchflower seeds which you can then turn into torch flowers. Currently, this farm only gives you torchflower seeds, but there are possibly more flowers to come. Now, torchflower seeds are used like a crop to grow torch flowers. Now, they're a little bit different from the crop. When bone mealing, there's not a 100% chance that the bone meal will actually grow the plant. So making micro bone meal farms for these are actually quite tricky, but once you've got it like this, if I just hop into survival, you can actually harvest the torch flower itself and go and place this wherever you want to decorate your Minecraft world. Now, this flower doesn't give off any light, as you can see, even though the name is torch flower. It just looks like a torch, so it is purely aesthetic. This farm is super simple. All we have are a bunch of sniffers in here, and then we've got grass blocks for them to sniff through, and then we also have the alley collection system. Then the alley just flies around, gets the seeds the sniffer sniffs, and it gives them to us in this chest down here. This farm has been literally running for about 5 minutes, and we've already got 39 torch flower seeds. So this is a super efficient farm and is super duper easy to build. Now, the base of this farm, the grass blocks here can either be dirt, grass blocks, or podzol. As of currently, those are the blocks that sniffers will sniff, but any other blocks won't work. This may change as I am in 1.19.4 release candidate 2, but I'll keep you guys updated. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more sniffer news and other sorts of Minecraft news, but let's get into the tutorial. The materials you will need will appear on your screen now. And once you grabbed all those, we can get building. So we're going to start by building up 4 blocks into the air with a temporary block. Then we're going to create a 21 by 21 platform. Now, this platform has to be fully made out of grass or a block that a sniffer can get something from. Something like podzol will also work. Now we're going to start by placing 1 block in the middle, then coming 10 blocks out to each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have a total line of 21 here. Then we're going to do that on these 2 sides as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We should end up with a pretty even cross like this. Now we want to connect these crosses up and fill in the spaces between them. Now we want to put a border on this, and we want this border to be 3 high. This is just to keep the sniffers and the allies inside. You make this out of whatever blocks you want. I'm going to start off with a smooth stone trim and then add some glass on top, but you can make it fully glass or you can have it just fully solid blocks. I do suggest having a little bit of glass just so you can see if your farm is fully working, and it's just fun to watch. So we're now going to come under this build here to where our temporary block pillar is, break these 3 blocks here, leaving this one here, hop up here and break this. So this should give us the direct center of our build, and if we fly upwards, you can see it does. And if we count out, just to make sure we've done this, we should have 10 each way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. And our border should be sort of hanging one over the edge like this. You can bring it down if you want, or to save materials, you can leave it like that. Now we're going to be placing a temporary block, so I'm just going to grab some of this smooth stone over this hole like this, then a observer facing down and a note block on top of that like this. Then when we want to start the farm, keep this in mind, we are going to go under here and replace that block, break that block and replace it with the observer. And you can hear the note block starts firing off, but we're not going to do that just yet because it's a little bit annoying, the sound, just while we're building around this area. Now you can start it up now, that is up to you. Build a roof over the top with slabs, just like this. Make sure we're keeping it at this level here, not down here, because that is not going to be tall enough for the sniffers and the allies to comfortably move around. As of the current snapshot that I am in, which is 1.19.4 release candidate 2, there is no sniffer eggs that have been added yet, but it has been implied in the Minecraft Live that there are going to be sniffer eggs, and they're going to be found in underwater ruins and places like that, and that is how you'll get the sniffer. So once you've got those eggs, you want to place them in this pen. You can place them in this pen now or whenever you want through this process, as long as you've got the sort of walls started to be setting up. Now, going around, you don't have to cover up the glass like this. You don't have to do that. You can have this edge completely empty like this, but I have covered it up just because I think it looks a bit nicer. Okay, so I've added in some lighting and I've covered the roof up except for the block here where the note block is. We need to make sure we haven't covered that up like this. It needs to be open. I've also gone ahead and added a door in on the side. You can add in a trapdoor on the top if that's better for you, but I think the door works well. And down here we have our sniffers that have now been sort of grown up from our egg. Not exactly sure how it works yet, but make sure to keep subscribed so you can keep up to date with the videos I'm going to be posting about the sniffers and the information we get about them. Now you can see they've already started harvesting these torch flower seeds. These torch flower seeds are used to breed them, but we also need to keep one for our allay. So you want to get 2 in here and then breed them until you have about, say, between 25 and 40. Any more than 40, it becomes a little bit laggy, especially on lower end computers or bigger servers that are more busy with players. But any less than 25, you don't get too many drops. But you can have just 2 in here to start with. And then you're just going to continuously breed them with these torch flower seeds by right-clicking on both of them. But before we do that, and before we set up the alley, I just saw him do a big old sniff, we're going to work on our hopper system. So we're going to need hoppers and chests. So to do this, we're going to place a temporary block on any side here. Then we're going to place a hopper going into each side of that block. Then we're going to wrap a ring around here with hoppers like this. So they all sort of like connect up like that going into this block here. Now we're going to go out our door, go under, go to where that block is here. And once we have found that block, we're going to come stand directly below it. And then the blocks here, which are just in front of it a little bit, we're going to place a double chest and we're going to do that 2 high like this. You can go a 3rd high, but you probably only need 2. Then place hoppers going into the back of those chests and then 2 more going right up. Go ahead up here, up back into our farm, break this block and replace it with a hopper. Now any item you place in right around these hoppers should end up in our chest. And we've got some more torch flower seeds. So let's double check that. And they do, so that's perfect. It is fully working. Now that we've got this set up, we can bring our alley in. You can bring it in with a lead or any sort of way of getting inside here, or you can spawn it in if you're in creative like I am. Spawn it in, give it a torch flower seed, and then you can also start breeding these sniffers here. You just want to continue breeding these, and then this alley is probably going to give me this if he finds any torch flower seeds. But then we're going to go down here with our observer in hand. Keep in mind we want to keep this observer in hand, and we want to destroy this smooth stone block that we temporarily placed and replace it with an observer. And you should see it is now firing off and sending a pulse to this alley here. See that little blue pulse it's sending. And then we've got our baby sniffer as well. So just continue breeding until you've got around 25 to 40. You can put a few more in here. I think the max rule limit for this space is somewhere up in the sort of 60 to 70s range, but any more than that, you actually start running into some issues with the cramming. So there you have it, a fully working torch flower / torch flower seed farm. So on that note, that'll be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. And remember, stay carbonated.